Hey there everybody, welcome back to Olson Farms. Tonight is a beautiful sunny day here in Colorado, a little windy. Hopefully the sound's okay, that I'm using my headphones. Um, Today it's good that it's a little windy, a little cool, because it's manure hauling day. So I've got a pile of manure where I'm standing right now that I'm hauling over to the beds behind me. Previous years I've had to do this wheelbarrow full by wheelbarrow full, but I want to give a huge shout out to my brother-in-law Mike for letting me use his ATV, and my neighbor Emmett for letting me use his trailer, and then we're going to haul that manure over to those beds behind me there. Not really video worthy to show you, but I'll come back and show you the after effect, see how far I get today. That's about it. Hope all is well with you, and we'll check in with you a little bit later. Whew. Well, we got at least 5 beds done, working on 6 and 7. The other 2 that you see kind of to the side there, that's filled with straw. That's got a lot of garlic and some of the earlier spring plantings, plus half of that bed is going to be for the potatoes that are going to go in. I'm going to try the roost out method over there. So we're pretty close to out of manure and compost. Probably got about 1 more trailer full, but we're done for today. So I'll probably come back out tomorrow morning, get that last trailer on, and then start tilling it in. But I think that's enough for today. All right, I'll check back in tomorrow. All right, we're back here the next morning. I've got the last trailer load full of manure and compost. I have been doing pretty much all the way through. I've been doing like a half layer of manure, and then top that off with another half layer of compost. So that'll just kind of mix it all up when I shovel it and spread it on the ground. We've got about 3 half beds here, hoping to get it spread through most of it at least, but this is all we got. And that'll be it. And then once we get this spread, I'll get the tiller out and we'll start tilling it in. All right, got the tiller on, ready to till all these beds. 5, 6, 7.5 beds to till. Luckily the tiller will do all the work, so I get to sit back and bounce around a little bit, but that shouldn't take too much time, but it's good to get it all mixed in. I know we're about a month and a half out from planting, but let's get that in there. We'll do 1 more tilling right before we plant, just to turn over any weeds and stuff that might grow in between now and then. But right now I just want to get this stuff mixed into the ground. We've got yet another snowstorm coming up this weekend, so we're just going to get this tilled up before we get the moisture. Moisture's going to soak it all in. It's going to make these beds nice and rich, ready to plant in a month or 2. All right, let's get going. And there we have it. After 2 days work, we have the beds all filled with compost and manure. We got that all tilled in. That was actually the easiest part of it. We also I put in another layer of straw over on my potato bed, so I raised that up a little bit. Still waiting on the seed potatoes. Johnny's is keeping me hanging on that, so I'm hoping that comes soon, so I'll get those potatoes in. We're trying the roost out method for the potatoes, see how that goes. And I've also put another layer of straw over on my perennial bed. Right now I've got in that bed over on the left there some asparagus, some strawberries, some chives, and some lemon balm. Hope to get some oregano and dill and sage in there. Just really kind of fill it out, because a lot of it just ends up being grass. So I got some reflections on farming in Colorado while I was doing all this, and thinking about it. 4 years ago is when I first tilled up these beds. And I tell you, I had to start up, ground level, 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch, really hard ground, clay, really tore it up. And it was just a nightmare trying to get this ground soft. And it was all chunky mud, or clay, and it was so hard. And every year I would add compost, I'm adding manure every year, and I gotta tell you, this year tilling these beds, I was able to go down to the full depth of the tiller right away, just like that, and it turned it up like nothing. So you can do it. It takes a while. I know if anybody's doing this in Colorado or any other place that has a lot of clay in their soil, it's backbreaking work the first few years, but it's gotten a lot nicer. There's no big chunks of mud, and it's nice, soft ground, loose soil. So I'm really looking forward to planting this year. Hopefully it'll be the best year yet. And it's a long road. It's been really hard. But having the ground turn out like this right now has been so relieving and exciting. I'm really looking forward to planting this year. So with that, I'll say goodbye. We'll see you next time.